unaccustomed as I am to speaking without a microphone, I shall endeavour to contact the back of the room by bellowing as loudly as I can. I'm delighted to be here. There are loads of reasons why I wanted to be here, and the guaranteed Wicklow sunshine is only one of them. So it's great to be here in Tinakilly House. Everyone here is here because they have a particular reason. I was just going through them in my mind. Many people know Mary as one, as a friend, perhaps. A few here? Yes?
Yes,
everybody.
yes, here.
As a neighbour, I'm sure there are a few here. Performance artist. Anyone remember Mary as a performance artist? Yes, okay. Campaigner for those with disability?
Yes.
Certainly, many, many people. Greenham Common anti-nuclear campaigner. Maybe one or two there. Jailbird. Anyone do time with Mary? Because Mary was arrested at the time of Ronald Reagan's visit to Ireland. What was she doing to that poor outfit? He was a harmless poor devil, wasn't he? What else? Award-winning documentary maker, of course. Doctor of Laws. Very impressive, Doctor of Laws. Broadcaster, and that's really how I came to know Mary, as a researcher and as a producer. Now, I thought in trying to encapsulate what it is about Mary that so intrigues us and so delights us about her is the application that she sent into RTE when they were advertising for researchers. Right? This I found fascinating because she wrote it very cleverly, and you'll see how it runs. Being a highly motivated, intelligent, self-starter and self-reliant free thinker, I am somewhat embarrassed applying for this job as a researcher in RTE.
Good girl, Mary.
The rest of you are crap. However, we'll ignore that little insult that was in. As an excellent risk taker, I've already worked out the odds of being shortlisted as minute. Added to that, I haven't had what I call a real job for over a decade. What I have done, however, is astoundingly appropriate for what you are looking for. But you've got to look closely. I've been a teacher, a traveller in the Sahara and in Southeast Asia, an artist, a late-blooming academic, a university lecturer, a researcher, a published writer and poet, an activist and a campaigner for civil rights. In between times, I have devised, initiated, fundraised and coordinated a project for the EU, worked in public relations for an art gallery. I've been a masseuse.
Yeah.
I have made earrings for a living. In short, I am very, very resourceful. Most of these jobs I have made happen for myself. Imagining, creating, initiating, researching and devising, realizing, successfully concluding. All of these things I'm really good at. I am great at spotting problems and very creative at offering solutions. I speak my mind and tell the truth fast. I never give up. I am relentless in the pursuit of excellence. I am the original lateral thinker and have the ability to think on my toes. Just a clue there. Just a clue. I am very smart. I have a great deal of what's called emotional intelligence. I know people. I understand people. I have great interpersonal skills. I have been molded by a lifetime of experience on the edge. So why, I hear you ask, do I want to apply for this job? Well, the answer is simple. I'm eager to channel my curious mind. Over the years, in pursuit of the ultimate challenge, I've invested in several aptitude tests and career guidance. All the tests and guidance pointed to research as an area where I could excel. That is why I'm applying for this job. I believe it offers me the challenge of a lifetime and the opportunity to harness all my creativity, wit and intelligence. So what's the catch? Depending on your perspective and sense of adventure, there may not be one. However, I have no arms. The end. And I'm typing this letter right now, fast and accurately with my toes. My prospective employers will now need to engage their imaginations in low gear. I drive, brackets, too fast. I type, brackets, fast enough. I love my computer, an Apple. I use a regular keyboard. I love talking and asking questions. I'm a great listener. The telephone is my best friend. I don't need any special equipment or assistance. I just need an interview.
Excellent. Brilliant.
So to give RTE their due, And HR said, wow, what a letter. This is someone I really want to meet. Well, the result, as we all know, is that Mary became a researcher and a producer in RTE. But even at the beginning, there was a certain patronising, Mary, it's fair to say. You know, they were saying, we'll give this person a job, and sure, God knows, if the poor devil does a bit, sure, wouldn't that be great now, given her circumstances. Little did they know our Mary.
Yeah.
I can encapsulate the wonder of Mary in just one scene. It was at the end of a Pat Kenny show series, and we were all out in my house. It was a summer's day, I think, rather like this one. And we had a good year, things had gone well, and our ratings were good, and management were benign. Them were the days. Anyway, and we were all out there, we cracked open the champagne, and we all had a glass of champagne. And then the girls came, I forget what age they were, probably, maybe Christina was 8 and Nicole was 6. And they came out to the garden, and their eyes suddenly open wide. Their eyes are out on stalks, because there is this woman drinking champagne with her foot. In a champagne flute perched between her toes, quaffing champagne just like everybody else. And I was delighted, because they were children, so they say and they think, and they're honest and open and truthful, just like Mary is. They say what they think, and they were gobsmacked. And I think the same was true in RT when people saw Mary. They saw first those kind of things, drinking a cup of coffee. It wasn't a latte in those days, was it, Mary? No, it was just
Fluffy or flat?
Fluffy or flat. The choice we had. Fluffy or flat. We didn't have lattes, but I think that was the primary reaction of most people who didn't work with Mary. And it was my pleasure and privilege to work with Mary. But the most terrifying thing, I have to say, you know, I'd be there busy working on the PC, getting the scripts ready to go down to the studio, and various researchers or producers or anyone else working the program would volunteer to go up and get a tray of coffees. To see Mary coming back with a tray of coffees on her shoulder, using her chin to hold the tray with 6 or 7 coffees, all steaming hot, some fluffy, some flat, as she wove her way between the desks, was a sight to behold. And I don't think in all years you ever dropped one.
No.
Never dropped one once. So it took working with Mary to sort of see through the initial preconceptions that all of us have, no matter how we try to persuade ourselves otherwise. We all judge a little bit by first appearance, by first impression. Having worked with Mary over a period of years, her research was second to none. Her honesty was awesome. Fantastic to work with. And I will remember when we got the news about the Doctor of Laws. I mean, all the jokes were, you know, Mary, I have a bit of a cold. Could you feed me chest? Doctor. But we were all so proud of that honour being bestowed on Mary. Not that she is short of honours. She's had many honours over the years. She started her academic life in the National College of Art and Design, and it seems like a full circle has happened in that now. In the last 1,000 days she's embraced painting, and she paints because she says of her, I don't like to call it a disability, it's a sort of a different ability. She uses her foot, of course, to paint, and that presents several challenges. One is that Mary always wants to paint fast. Isn't that right, Mary? Is that a muscular thing?
Did you try to send him a leg patch?
So the challenges are, and that of course will inform the style in which she paints. But paintings from 1,000 days, there are many different themes running through the paintings. Some of them are painted on the fen near where she lives. Others are obviously still lives or portraits, self-portraits, some of them, but they're all painted at great speed and also magnificently with great skill. They're a fantastic body of work, that's all I can say. But she wasn't quite telling the truth, because she emailed me a picture, and I don't know